Good morning. I'm Simone Lockwood, and this is your Public Perspective broadcast on Saturday, May the 14th. With us today is special guest April Baker, the owner of The Sparkly Pig, which is a new business here in town. April, welcome.
Good morning.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I know it's a little bit early. Could we start just by hearing a little bit about yourself?
I was born and raised outside of Mexico, Missouri. I went to the University of Missouri to get my degree in actually general agriculture.
Okay.
After I graduated, I then began to decide, well, maybe that's not the route I want to take.
Mhm.
And I had always wanted to do something with fashion. And I thought, what would be better than to open a boutique in my hometown?
Oh, how cool. So you went to high school in Mexico then?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now, did you have an interest in high school? I know you said you had majored in agriculture, correct? So did that start in high school, or were you interested in something else before?
No, I was mostly interested in the agriculture, but I always liked fashion a lot.
Okay. Okay. So going from agriculture into more of a business area, how big of a transition was that for you?
Honestly, it wasn't that big of a transition because I understand business well, and my dad owns his own business.
Okay.
So I kind of understood what was going to happen.
Okay, I took a basic business class when I was in college, and there's a lot more to it than I would have thought. Were there things that you noticed that overlapped from your agriculture degree into what you used when you started your own business?
Well, at the university, they prepared us for a lot of different things. So even if I wasn't going to end up in agriculture, I took a lot of classes that prepared me for business as well.
Right. General education classes.
Yes.
Yep. I
yes.
remember those. I had a ton of those as well. If you can imagine me in a ballet class, that was a gen ed. But so what was your favorite part about going to the University of Missouri?
I think it was the School of Agriculture, to be honest. It was just like a big family. Everyone was really close, even though the university itself is very large. This School of Agriculture is just really close-knit.
Awesome. Yeah, my sister went to the University of Missouri, and I found that was very different from Missouri State, where I went down south. But she loved it as well, and I now have a part-time job working for the university, and it's great. So it's really cool to interact with people that have gone there. So I wanted to ask a little bit more on how you went about starting this business. Was there a moment where you thought, hey, like, what the heck, I'm going to try this?
Well, I had actually been thinking about it for quite some time. I thought it was too big of a risk. I was just like, what if I fail? What if this doesn't work out? And then one day I finally decided, I'm not married. I don't have children. Either I need to do it now or I need to forget my dream. And I decided to follow my dream.
Oh, that's so exciting. Was there anyone that you spoke with that helped encourage you into that decision, or did you decide on your own?
My boyfriend. He's extremely level-headed, and he told me I should go for it. So that was really my breaking point of where I decided it was time to do it.
Oh, that's really exciting. So when did you start making the plans in relation to when you actually got to open doors?
I would say I started my planning in February. So it all went rather quickly. I quit my job a month before I opened. So I knew I had to get things done as quickly as possible. But quitting my job was a necessity because I needed all the time I could because it really was a lot of work.
Right. Okay. So let's go back to sort of the focus of your boutique, and it has a very prominent fashion. So you mentioned that you had always been involved with fashion, but is there something in particular about it that you like?
I just like everything trendy, like I'll try pretty much anything. I I really, I love my cowgirl boots in bright colors, things like that. But I like it all.
You like it all. I was going to say, you definitely appear as though you're very trendy and you have a very lovely presence. I have to describe your glasses for our listeners. They're these purple cat eye glasses, but they're also sparkly along the top part. And then in the corners, it's a very, very bright silver glitter. And I just love them.
Thank you.
Yeah, the cat eye glasses are definitely making a comeback for sure.
They are.
All right. So you are from Mexico and you left for Colombia now, did you live at home when you went to college or did you live in Colombia?
I lived in Colombia.
Okay. So what made you come back to Mexico?
Well, I'm very close with my family and I was working outside of Mexico, but when I decided to pursue my dreams of a boutique, I knew it had to be in my hometown because Mexico does not have something like that to offer, and they needed it. We need it.
Yeah.
It's not fun when you need a shirt or you need something for that night and you have to run all the way to Columbia. So I just wanted a place for women and girls to be able to come and find something and not have to travel so far.
Yeah. Oh, and I can completely attest to that because probably a month before the Sparkly Pig opened, I needed a new pair of jeans desperately. And I had to drive all the way to Columbia after a long day at work, and then I had to come right back home. So I spent more time in the car than I did in the actual store.
Right.
So I'm so excited. Personally, I'm so excited that you're here.
Good.
Okay, well, it is time for us to take our first break, and you're listening to Public Perspective on AM 1340 KXEO. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Public Perspective on AM 1340 KXEO. With us today is special guest April Baker, the owner of the Sparkly Pig right here in town. April, thank you once again for joining us this morning.
You're very welcome.
All right, we're so excited to have you in the studio with us this morning. Now, let's talk a little bit more about your boutique, the Sparkly Pig. Now, it's located in the Village Square.
Right.
And what is the exact address?
It is 121 South Washington Street.
Okay, for anyone wanting to visit, there you go. There's your address. All right, so could we talk a little bit about what does a typical day look like for you when you go into work at the store?
I try to get to work at least 30 minutes early. When I go in, I make sure all the clothes are in order, everything is clean, just make sure everything appears nicely.
Gotcha. Now, I've noticed you obviously put time into your appearance. So do you try to theme your outfits to how you're feeling that day? Or do you see something in your store and you think, oh my gosh, I have to wear this today? Do you model your own clothing?
Yes, I do model my own clothing. When I wake up, it's just kind of what mood I'm in and what I think would be really cute for that day. I do model quite a bit of my clothing. When I receive shipments, I'm always picking out things that I want to keep for myself. It's kind of a problem, but it's a lot of fun, and I don't keep too much, so it's okay.
Well, I love trying on clothes too, so I can't blame you one bit. So when you look at adding to your stock, where do you start looking at these new items?
Online, mostly. Just, I know what's trendy, and I'm just good at picking out things that I know people will wear. Like, for instance, some people are, really out of the box and dress kind of like me, and then other people like more of the simple. So I try to get a little bit of both. Yeah, that makes sense. And you can always mix and match too, the crazy with the simple. You're right.
I do that sometimes with, I mixed patterns the other day, and that was the first time I'd ever done that. And I'd seen people do it, and they pulled it off just fine.
Yes.
Okay, so I also wanted to ask about, do you carry, are there any particular brands that you have decided to carry, or do you just kind of pick out items as you like?
I mostly just pick out items as I like.
Okay.
There is one brand I really like, and it is called Umgee. It is spelled Umgee. I plan to have a jewelry line here in the future.
Oh, neat.
Called Sookie Sookie, and that is spelled Sookie. That's more, it's a very loud, bright jewelry, and it's kind of geared more towards a little bit of a westerny edge. It's very cute.
Okay, cool.
As far as the other clothing, yes, I just pretty much like to pick based on what I think is really cute, and that's how I came to the Umgi. It seemed like a lot of the things I was picking was that brand.
Okay. Do you follow any particular magazines to help you with your fashion choices?
No, not really.
It's all just from your head, from what you like?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. So could you tell us really quickly what your business hours are?
Okay. So I'm open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, and then Saturday, 10 to 3.
All right, perfect. And then I'm guessing you're closed on holidays, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, cool. So could we get a little bit into the process of how you went about starting the business here? I'm guessing there was paperwork and permits and stuff. Could you talk us through what you had to do for the Sparkly Pig?
Yes. When I started, I had no idea what I needed to do. So I went and spoke with a local accountant, and they got me going on what I needed to do as far as like a fictitious name, my tax ID number. And then once that was all processed, while I was waiting to receive my tax ID number, I got my business license and my merchant license through Mexico.
Okay.
And then, of course, I had to spend a lot of time at the bank figuring out my financials and all that.
Okay. So who were some of the people from Mexico that helped you through this process that you worked with?
I worked with, I believe, Tasha Jensen at Glenn Jensen's office.
Okay.
Also, I worked with, at Commerce Bank, Vicki Olgenschlager. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, Vicki. And then, just friends, my peers that have been through this, my father, my sister.
Oh, awesome.
They all really helped me.
Okay. And then the Mexico Chamber of Commerce, I noticed, was also, they conducted your ribbon cutting ceremony. So did you work with Dana Keller over at the Chamber a bit as well?
Well, I met with Dana once because I learned about a club in downtown Mexico, the Village Square Association.
Yes.
And I attended a meeting, and everyone at the meeting was so helpful. They said, if you need anything, we want to help. Barb Wilson, she was very helpful as well.
Oh, very cool. All right. Now, I have to ask, how did you pick the name The Sparkly Pig?
Well, since I was a little girl, I absolutely loved pigs. And then as I got older, I started to show pigs, and they were just my favorite thing. I would rather hang out with my pigs than have a boyfriend. They didn't talk back. I just loved my pigs. And then Sparkly, as you can see, that's just something that I love. And I've always loved sparkles. So when I decided to open a boutique, I knew that it had to be the Sparkly Pig. It was just perfect.
How cool. Do you think you'll ever get a live mascot, maybe a micro pig, to hang out with you at the store?
I would love to. That's been in the plan for a very long time now. It's just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, at the front of the Sparkly Pig, actually in the Village Square on the display, there is is it a paper mache pink pig?
It's actually a metal pig.
It is a metal pig.
It's made out of metal.
Okay, and it's got these sparkly silver wings. So maybe we can get some silver wings to kind of put on a harness on the back of your micro pig.
That would be adorable.
When they're running around. I'd come to just hang out with that cute little pig. But anyway, all right. So you are running the Sparkly Pig on your own currently. Are you looking to hire anyone else in the future?
Yes, in the future. Not right now, but I definitely will want to hire someone for just part-time.
Okay.
In the future, evenings, Saturdays, just when because everyone needs a break on a Saturday every now and again. So eventually, yes, I will.
Yes. And you'll look to possibly extend your hours when you're in a place where you can hire someone?
Yes, possibly.
Okay.
Maybe be open on Tuesdays as well.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, it is time for us to take our second break. And you're listening to Public Perspective on AM 1340 KXEO. And we'll be right back with segment 3. And welcome back to Public Perspective on AM 1340 KXEO. With us this morning is special guest April Baker, the owner of the Sparkly Pig here in town in the Mexico Village Square. April, thank you one more time for joining us this morning.
You're welcome.
All right, we are so excited to have you in this morning. So could we talk a little bit more, going back to the Sparkly Pig and your boutique? Could you tell us a little bit about the type of products that you offer and how these products are unique to the city?
All of the stuff that I carry is very trendy. There are other places in town you can shop. When you come in my boutique, it's going to be just a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see items that you wouldn't necessarily see at other stores.
Mm-hmm.
Each item has its own personality.
Yes. I saw a lot of bright colors when I was in there, a lot of glitter.
Yes.
And really a good variety. And I think, and you could probably tell better than I can, but I think anyone of any age could wear the products that you have at your store.
I completely agree. Like I said, everything is trendy, but you can be trendy your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff, younger people would like to wear it, but I have sizes all the way up to 3XL,
Mm-hmm.
and I want people to come in and ask for my opinion, and because that's what I'm there for. I promise you, it doesn't matter what age you are, you can find something at the Sparkly Pig.
Okay, so all ages, all body types, you have something for everybody there.
I do.
Okay, and you're there to answer questions, which is awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so what is your favorite item that you offer at the store right now?
Oh, wow. I would say I just got in a batch of really cute dresses.
Okay.
And I'm pretty excited about those, and they are going quickly. So if you're wanting a new summer dress, come in.
Is there a particular color that you are leaning towards with the weather getting warmer and summer on its way?
I am looking more at the brights, but I do realize that not everybody likes wearing brights. So I, of course, like to keep the standard blacks and whites and then pastels. I try to get a little bit of everything.
And I feel you can wear pastels any time of the year.
I agree.
So awesome. Lots of variety. Okay, now I remember you told me that you do order your products online and sort of as you need it. So how often have you found that you've needed to replenish your stock?
Since I've opened, I've been ordering something at least once a week.
Okay.
After my opening date, I had to restock everything. I did great. And thank you so much, Mexico, for coming out and supporting me. It means the world to me.
Oh, it's been my experience that this community is really good at supporting local businesses. So that's so exciting. So when was the date of because I know that you had a grand opening and then you had a ribbon cutting ceremony. So when did you actually open your doors?
On April 16th.
April 16th. Okay. And was it just that weekend or that first week that you went through nearly your whole stock?
Really that first day.
That first
weekend
day.
Yeah, I didn't go through everything, but some items I completely sold out of, and my racks needed to be replenished. That's for sure.
So exciting. Now, how long does it take once you order online and place your order for it to get to the store?
About 3 to 4 days.
Okay, that's not too bad of a wait. So the customers that have visited your store, have they mainly been locals? Has there been people that have traveled?
There's actually been people from all of Mexico and the surrounding towns.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
What's the farthest away that you've heard someone has traveled to come to the Sparkly Pig?
Honestly, not too far. There's been people from Martinsburg, Wellsville, Paris, Centralia. So, all of the surrounding towns, really.
Oh, that's exciting. So what sort of marketing do you do to help promote your store? I know you have a Facebook page.
Right. Facebook, Instagram. That's pretty much what I've been doing so far. It's been working well for me. So,
yeah. Cool. Do you think the pig mascot will ever get a Snapchat?
Oh gosh. That would be a great idea. Yes.
Oh, it would be so fun.
Eventually that would be really cool.
I'm having way too much fun with this little micro pig idea. Okay, well, we're getting towards the end of our time. Is there anything else that you would like to add today?
I would just like to say thank you to all of my friends and family, my dad and mom and my sister and my boyfriend in particularly for being there for me through all of this and being encouraging. And when I was about to lose my mind, just sticking by me and being supportive of my dream.
Awesome. Now, I have to ask, is your boyfriend as trendy as you are? Because I feel like that would be really hard to top.
No, he's not quite. Not quite. And a lot of times I try to get him to wear things, and he tells me I'm crazy. So, yeah, he's not, but he tolerates me well.
Oh. Well, that's awesome. All right. And anything else that you'd like to add?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Thank you for having me today.
You're very welcome. We're so glad to have had you in here today. All right. Well, you have been listening to Miss April Baker, the owner of the Sparkly Pig in Mexico. And one more time, what's your location?
121 South Washington in downtown Mexico.
Okay. All right. And this has been your Public Perspective broadcast on AM 1340 KXEO. Have a great Saturday.